Hey guys, I'm Baname and welcome to Kyle is Famous. Let's start. Kyle wakes up. He is famous. Wow, I had no clue. Kyle is host of the most popular talk show in recent memory, Stay Up Late with Kyle. Stay Up Late with Kyle has grown in popularity quickly in the last year, and the public has noticed. Inside has called Kyle a most excellent dumpy white man. What? Top Tech noted that Kyle is inspiring youth to explore STEM fields. Most other talk shows are dedicated to discussing Kyle and his personal details. Most online videos are best of clips taken from Kyle's latest broadcast. The eye of the world is upon Kyle. Tonight is Kyle's most important guest interview yet. Stay Up Late with Kyle will be featuring Rachel May. She is a kind and lovely philanthropist. She is dear to the hearts of many. This interview requires preparation. Kyle cracked his eyes open. I've never heard it referred to it like that. Knowing today is his last chance to prepare for the interview. Kyle has 30 hours left. He must choose his actions wisely. Let's start! Kyle's first decision of the morning was made wisely. Wither away? I have to pick this! Kyle decided to stay put and wither away. Kyle withered successfully and died. Why is the response to this shucks? Kyle is now a ghost. This does not relieve him of his responsibilities. Guess for getting out of bed anyways. What? Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around his bedroom. Oh my god, there's a little ghost icon up here. Let's open the closet. We're picking an outfit. Kyle decided to take some time to choose the perfect outfit, knowing how important appearance is. Jeans and swimming goggles. What? Slick suit of arm, and skunk pasties? Okay, well, I already chose, to die, so I guess we're just going for, the most ridiculous stuff. We're doing the skunk pasties. Oh, God. Kyle chose the pasties made out of... Oh! Okay! Getting the slimy garments to stay proved difficult, so Kyle opted to stick them to his body with hot glue. Kyle! Kyle, what are you doing? Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. Sit at desk? Kyle made his way over to his desk and sat down. Write notes for interview, check in desk drawer. What's in the desk drawer? And grabbed one of the items stored there. A small key, assorted change. We're doing the change. Back to desk. We're writing notes for the interview. Cal wrote his first question. Are you a mother? Am I a mother? Is your mother a mother? Am I a mother? Kyle wrote down his second question. What are some diet tips? Beef, mashed, or blended? Ever eaten a raw egg whole? Kyle wrote down his third question. What's your funniest story? Do you ever smile? I purposefully ran over a puppy. Kyle, the poor puppy. What's your guilty pleasure? Do you feel guilty or are you guilty? Kyle ripped his page of notes out of the notebook and got up from the desk. Back to room. What is scavenge? Realizing his immediate need for gossip or bugs. Wait, we're doing the bugs. Kyle started to pick between the fuzz of his bedroom carpet, hoping to catch a stray beetle or two. Soon he had a small handful of various insects, dead and alive. Eat immediately or save for later use. We're saving them. Oh. How much time do we have? What if I just don't go to the interview? We're scavenging again. This time we're doing gossip. Kyle firmly pressed his ear into the carpet, hoping to hear some stray words from the neighbors below. I heard Rachel May is going on a trip out of the country soon. Oh, girlfriend, tell me more. Well, what I will tell you is that every night I don a mask that looks like a bug and fight misdoers. What? What is this? Bootleg Gotham? There was a stunned silence. Then a door opened and someone exited the neighbor's apartment. That's quite enough. Oh God, we have to... We're late for the interview. More. Kyle hurried to the set. Per normal, he ceased to be a ghost before he arrived. Normal? Excuse me? This is a daily occurrence? Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Approach Rachel. Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking at him in the eyes. I've been looking forward to being here. Kyle responded, scream and spin in circles or answer politely. We're doing the screaming. Kyle started to stretch out his arms wide, tilt his neck forward, his neck upwards, and was interrupted by his producer telling him and Rachel that it was time to start the show. Start interview. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras flickered on. We're gossiping. Good evening, everybody, said Kyle. My neighbor is a bug vigilante. With nothing more to say on the matter, he fell silent. Rachel, also on camera, stared at her hands and wondered when she was going to be introduced. The producer started cutting to different camera angles to break the tension. Kyle continued to remain silent and stare forward blankly. What? This is an amazing interview. After several minutes, the neighbor Gabby walked out onto set. Hi, everyone, she said, smiling hollowly. My name is Gabby, and I'm not a bug vigilante. False! Kyle looked at Gabby and then returned to staring forwards. What? Gabby began to reply, but was interrupted by a bug-shaped intercom on her belt. Bug girl, it squawked. A robbery is in progress on East 3rd. Report immediately. Gabby threw the intercom on the ground and crushed it under her foot. After a beat, she spoke again. Something has come up suddenly and I must go. Gabby left the set. Well, said Kyle, that's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for joining us, Rachel. Kyle got up, shook Rachel's hand again, and walked past the cameras, leaving her alone. Not knowing what else to do, the producer ended the broadcast. In the coming days, fans of both Rachel and Kyle dubbed this show as a masterpiece of television. Stay Up Late with Kyle's online pages were updated to reflect this broadcast as the most popular ever. Kyle's producer later tried to have Rachel on the show again, but she was very, very, very busy. We didn't even get to interview Rachel. I'm not happy. We're doing this again. Okay, this time we're doing the smart stuff and getting out of bed. We're going to open the closet, pick an outfit. We're doing the slick suit. Kyle miraculously cramped his dumpy body into the suit. The chest pockets were filled with random knickknacks. Okay. What's this? Okay. Next, we are sitting at the desk. And, okay, I have to... What is the key for? Okay, now we're writing our notes. We'll ask, is she a mother? What are some diet tips? And, do you ever smile? Okay, I still have to do, are you guilty? I still have to do it. Back to desk. Okay, now we are scavenging. We're not doing the bugs. We'll do the gossip again. Okay, now we are exiting the bedroom. Check locked door, move to kitchen, leave apartment, or return to bedroom. What's in the locked door? Kyle walked over to the strange door in the hallway, but found quickly that the door was locked from the inside. Force the door with forehead? We're going back to the hallway. I might do this again, though. We're going to the kitchen. We are checking the pantry. What? Kyle wanted to access the pantry, but found it was locked with a small keyhole. We're using the key. The pantry door lock creaked as if it hadn't moved for years, but eventually opened. Inside of an assortment of canned goods and grains, Kyle's pantry stored his massive amount of bottled lard. What? We're chugging it. Kyle voraciously grabbed the closest bottle, snapped the neck against the wall, and sucked out all of the fat within a minute, chugging it again. Kyle hurried to the set. Okay, we are back with Rachel. Approach Rachel more. We're answering politely. And I as well, Rachel, answered Kyle, extending his hand in greeting. You're a most welcome guest. After other mild exchange of pleasantries, Kyle and Rachel were prompted to take their places for the broadcast. We're starting. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle, introduced Rachel. Kyle vomited all the horrible things he had eaten earlier onto the floor. Rachel looked at Kyle concerned, gave a couple coughs, and decided to play it cool and keep the show running. Kyle stopped, then vomited again, then continued with a shaky voice. Tonight I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction. Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. Hello, Kyle, she said. I'm glad to be here. Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss, so we might as well dive right in, said Kyle. I'm very ready, said Rachel with a winning smile. Kyle produced the notes he had taken earlier. Are you a mother? Rachel, I and many others would love to know. Are you a mother? Kyle looked up from his notes. Well, being a single woman with a career, she answered, that's not something that has crossed my mind. Rachel smiled genuinely at Kyle. Very reasonable indeed, said Kyle. He referenced his paper of questions. Do you ever smile? Even though she just smiled to us. We'll ask for diet tips. Rachel, you managed to keep such a thin and healthy figure, said Kyle. What is your best diet tip? Well, a good diet starts with a plan, answered Rachel. And don't break it. Cheat days can turn into a habit. But, she continued, that doesn't mean a midnight snack here and there isn't allowed. She smiled. Rachel, that's cheating. Kyle looked at his flappy self, decided to not comment, and moved on. Do you ever smile? Do you ever smile? Like, seriously? Kyle spat his question out viciously. Rachel stopped smiling. If you're going to be on the show, you need to smile, okay? Said Kyle, not smiling. You're here to get views, and you'll get more views if you smile. Here, I'll show you how. Kyle turned to the camera and gave the audience a huge, teeth-clenched, bug-eyed grimace. Kyle nodded and obviously wanted to move on. Are you guilty? Rachel, are you guilty? Kyle threw his questions on the floor, stood up and pointed at her. Rachel's eye twitched slightly. Guilty of what, dear Kyle? She smiled disingenuously. Guilty, spat Kyle, of your crimes. Rachel did not answer. Her eyelids both started twitching uncontrollably. After reading his final question, Kyle looked up from his paper. Well, Rachel, he said, I think that's all I was planning on asking you. If that's the case, Kyle, may I ask you something in return? Asked Rachel, smiling one more time. Do you prepare for your interviews in advance? Because you seem very together. Before Kyle could answer, the camera shut down. The broadcast was over. Kyle returned home, knowing the interview had gone well. Kyle, you're lying to yourself, honey. That's not healthy. But as he lay in bed and drifted to sleep, he felt that perhaps something was still missing. What? We did our interview! Okay, we're doing one more. We're exiting the bed. What if we just don't get changed? Hold on, what if we just don't really do anything? I'm going to the hallway. I'm leaving the apartment. Ooh, visit downstairs neighbor. Kyle approached his neighbor's door and knocked. A middle-aged woman named Gabby answered the door. She looked at Kyle expectantly. What? Consume Gabby. Oh, why did it have to add a swallowing noise? Why? Kyle unhinged his jaw and swallowed Gabby whole. Job done. Kyle returned to the middle of the street. What the heck? I was going to go visit the tech store, but I don't want to swallow any more people. We're returning to the apartment. Oh my God. Let's eat bugs. Okay, give me the bugs. Eat. Oh, I don't like that. Oh. Cal threw back his head and crammed the sticky, wriggling mass into his mouth. He felt refreshed. Exit bedroom, go to the kitchen, open fridge, eat crust on fridge. Eat the fridge! Kyle pointed his neck directly upwards and hoisted the fridge on top of his face. Kyle, are you descended from the little old lady who swallowed a fly? What the heck, man? Somehow, miraculously, he wrapped his mouth around the device and he started to swallow. Gabe, the noises aren't needed. In one slow, horrible movement, the fridge slid down Kyle's throat. After many gurgles, pops, and snaps, Kyle felt relatively sure the fridge would not come back out. Okay. We're returning to the bedroom. Sit at desk. Guess we'll write some notes. Am I a mother? Eaten egg raw. Ran over a puppy. Do you feel guilty? Okay. Time for the interview. Oh, God. Rachel's smile quickly turned to shock as she realized Kyle had not put on clothes that day. We're doing a nude interview, Rachel. That's what we're doing, I guess. I'm sorry. Kyle waved and smiled broadly. Rachel uncomfortably averted her eyes. I feel so bad for Rachel. Kyle started making his rounds around the room, greeting each crew member, none of whom looked at him directly. As it became apparent that Kyle had no intention of leaving, Rachel made some excuses and exited the set. One by one, the crew followed suit. Kyle was left all alone. Poor Kyle! Well, guys, that's gonna be it for Kyle is Famous. I want to get all of these endings. All of them. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like and maybe subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.